Oh, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I didn't see you there. Alright, came up on me by surprise. Today, we'll be playing. Okay, ignore all that. We'll be playing the Jackbox Party Pack #1. I'm not gonna play the other ones. I'll just play this. I just kind of want to make a video where you can see my face. Eventually, we'll try and get the webcam to work on Minecraft. Hopefully, it will work. But it doesn't matter because I'm starting a series after this. Full screen. Water. We got this one. Yeah. We also got this one. Drop. Can't play that one. Word spud pass around. Can't play that one. We could play Live Swatter. We got Fibbage we can't play either. What am I playing? You don't know Jack. Playing it. I don't.
Start of game activation is live and ready. Okay, we're on.
Cookie, that first breathalyzer was inconclusive. You're gonna have to take another one.
Okay, listen to me. I'm gonna need a jug of beet juice, some WD-40, and a bag of peat moss. Stat.
If we could clear all of the children from the set, we're about ready to start. Clear all the children.
Not all the people in this office have watched it. Do you understand what I'm saying? They have not all watched it.
I understand Jeffrey died.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but in the hallway there's a dog running on 2 legs. He's on 2 legs and he's running down the hallway. So if everyone could just get under their desks, we'll be fine.
Hi, I'm Tony Panchisi, owner of the...
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be parts and stuff. Listen, don't worry. I find that most people enjoy playing alone. And today's wrong answer of the game is being brought to you by...
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. Okay, let's begin.
Get ready, time for question 1.
First question, bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Here's what a right answer looks like. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
How about his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? The correct answer is, the Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the Renaissance would follow the Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Up next, brought to you by the letter Unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Ernie has no eyebrows at all. Bert has one long single eyebrow. And the Count has two eyebrows. That'll net you an extra grand. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Let's try Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
5 fingers.
Buck her up for the man in the backwards yellow hat. And it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the left arrow. If it's Curious George, press the right arrow. All right, let's get started. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting a fire. Egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. Forget George, I'm curious how someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. Round 1 is complete, and your score is pretty much just fairly okay. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And don't forget, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer of the game. Okay, here it comes. Say hello to Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Here's where the money is. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won The greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Doing pretty well.
It's time for Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Time's almost up. Let me show you something. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's one I like to call Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. That answer has a hole in it. Smart people choose this. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Take a stab at wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. I call this one, I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Ooh, ouch. One right answer coming up. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press your A button. 2,000 if you're right, but you lose 2,000 if you're wrong. And of course, remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. There you have it! The truth is, home is wherever you hang your hat. My hat is currently hanging in my old college roommate's guest cottage. Shh! He doesn't know I'm living there.
You don't know Jack!
Welcome to the game. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, and I hate to toot my own horn, but... Oops, sorry, that wasn't mine. There we go, that one's mine. All by yourself? Yeah, well, wouldn't be the first time. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Kale Mart. If you find a single thing in our store that is not associated with kale, it's free. Kale Mart. We don't even know what kale is, and we don't care.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. All right, let's move.
Get ready, time for question 1.
To get started, mail enhancement. Just taking a moment to open my mail. Something I like to do every couple of years. Probably should have paid that. An old Christmas card. Let's see what it says inside. Well, it's been a big year for the whole family. Junior learned to drive, Mom changed jobs, and Dad started a drug empire cooking and selling high-quality methamphetamine. What TV family is this Christmas card from? The Greens, the Browns, the Blacks, or the Whites? Watch how easy this is. Why, yes, this card is from Walter and Skylar White and their son Walt Jr. from the show Breaking Bad. And I'd read you the rest of the letter, but it's full of spoilers.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Next up, positive feedback. What might you hear from a kingfisher that's fishing for compliments? So, did anybody notice I just got my scales waxed? So, did you guys see I'm wearing my fur differently? So, how does everyone like my new gill tattoo? Or, isn't anybody gonna mention my new feather dew? Time is short. Oh, the humanity! It's so obvious. A kingfisher is a type of bird. You know, those things with feathers. Wow, talk about a needy, insecure bird. Oh my god, it's been 15 minutes. Somebody tell me I'm handsome. Interns, somebody tell me I'm handsome.
You're handsome, sir. So handsome, Mr. Masterson.
Ah, let's never cut it that close again.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Next, Lucy in the Sky with Rubles. And oh yes, it's a this or dat. I'm going to read off 7 quotes totally out of context. For each one, I want you to tell me if it's something said by legendary pop star Elton John or something said by Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin. If it was said by Elton John, press the left arrow. If it was said by Vladimir Putin, press the right arrow. We good? Here we go. I do like Britney Spears. I think she's cute. I go to the gym, I swim daily. I myself know some people who are gay. I think happiness is love. I collect emotions. In America, I hate being short. No, I guess that's why they call it the blues. Look, there is a lot of political turmoil in the world. We must trust Elton John's song, The Circle of Life. It's a simple philosophy that says this: no matter what happens, we can rest assured that one day, Vladimir Putin will be eaten by a lion. Here's one for you. I hunger for love. If each member of the Hunger Games love triangle brought something different to the relationship, which of these arrangements would actually result in Katniss catching fire? Katniss brings air, Peeta brings friction, and Gale brings time. Katniss brings friction, Peeta brings fuel, and Gale brings inert gas. Katniss brings heat, Peeta brings time, and Gale brings oxygen. Or Katniss brings heat, Peeta brings fuel, and Gale brings oxygen. The so-called fire triangle outlines what is needed to start and maintain fire, which is heat, fuel, and oxygen. Remove one, no fire. But I'm sure you could get rid of Peeta and it would still be hot.
5 fingers!
May I introduce one show down, 14,312 to go.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question!
And I'll throw some extra roses at you for a right answer. Put these Broadway musicals in order of longest to shortest original runs. Grease, Rent, Spamalot. Rent, Grease, Spamalot, Spamalot, Rent, Grease, Rent, Spamalot, Grease, or Grease, Rent, Spamalot. Ladies and gentlemen, due to illness, the part of the wrong answer will be played by Rent, Spamalot, Grease. Thank you. Allow me. Opening in 1996, Rent ran for 12 years, Grease opened in 1972 and ran for 8 years, and Spamalot opened in 2005 and had a 5-year run. Of course, none of these tops the musical Cats, which ran for 233 straight years. Hard to believe, but true. Good for them. That's the end of a thrilling first round. And lucky for you, there's room for improvement. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. Okay then, here we go. This one's known as Chucky Balls. I just love Chuck E. Cheese, especially those big ball pits with all the colorful balls that kids jump around in. So tell me this. Imagine, just hypothetically, that each color ball in a Chuck E. Cheese ball pit were a different virus. When you dive in, which ball could you definitely not come into contact with? A ball that causes polio, a ball that causes herpes, a ball that causes rabies, or a ball that causes plague? Trust me, you do not want to touch a herpes ball. Next time, try this. Herpes, polio, and rabies are all caused by a virus. Plague is caused by a bacteria, so none of those virus balls could give you plague. Plague is spread by rodents, but luckily not singing animatronic rodents like the ones you find at Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, anyone want to go to Chuck E. Cheese after the game?
Question 7! Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here's a good one. Leafy laughter. Imagine an episode of Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis being filmed with a set of 2 new freshly sprouted ferns. Based on the name for fern sprouts, what might be a better name for that episode? Between 2 saplings with Zach Galifianakis? Between 2 pup shoots with Zach Galifianakis? Between 2 fronds with Zach Galifianakis? Or between 2 fiddleheads with Zach Galifianakis? Watch the clock. I'm not fond of this answer. Oh, honestly. A fern sprout is called a fiddlehead based on its shape, which resembles the top of, you guessed it, a fiddlehead. And like Zach Galifianakis, they take about 40 years to fully blossom.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here we have escargot for Margot. Okay, guys, I've got a theory, and I think it's pretty solid. Follow me on this. The movie Key Largo came out in 1948, and the next major Argo movie was Fargo. So there may have been a secret Argo embargo. Ergo, how long was the next Argo embargo between Fargo and Argo? 7 years, 12 years, 17 years, or 22 years? Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. Why didn't you pick this? Fargo came out in 1996 and Argo in 2013. Ergo, a 17-year Argo movie embargo. And you know what never went out of style that entire time? Cargo pants. Open wide for To Be or Not to Be Arthur.
Hi, this is Corky. And how about them Golden Girls, huh?
Old man, what the hell are you doing? Get away from the microphone.
But I need to ask a question.
Give me, damn it, give me that.
No,
Listen to me, you stupid old, give it to me.
Ow.
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that scroody up doodly doo? It's Foggy Facts with Old Man.
Scooty up, do I forget.
All right. Just one question, and then you are out of here.
Okay, 2 questions, great.
One question.
All right. Don't get your panties in a... whatever. I'm just trying to remember this one thing. I'm trying to think of this lovely singing gentleman. He was friends with those Muppet puppets, and he lived in Colorado. He talked to God in all those movies, and then he died in a plane crash. And now he's probably talking to the real God. Who the heck was that guy?
Okay, was it Engelbert Humperdinck, Jim Croce, Harry Belafonte, or John Denver? They know. This would have worked. Yes, old man, it's country folk singer-songwriter John Denver. You're talking about John Denver.
I'm not talking about him, you are.
Why were you trying to remember John Denver, old man?
I wasn't.
What are you talking about? You just commandeered this game to ask a question about him.
Who?
John Denver.
Never heard of him. Toodaloo, boy.
Ah! And on its way, Menage a Treat. Who would not be invited to a Neapolitan threesome? Vanilla Ice, Strawberry Shortcake, the band Sexual Chocolate, or Liz Lemon? Neapolitan ice cream consists of strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, but not lemon. So Liz Lemon would not be invited. Remember, approaching a threesome is just like eating ice cream. If you go at it too quickly, you might damage the roof of your mouth. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. Watch this Peter P. Who's the Peter P? Good luck. That's all she wrote. Wow, I haven't seen that many Peters since. What? No. You know what? I'm not reading the rest of this joke.
You don't know Jack!
Back to pack. Yes. And you know what? I want to actually exit the game. This is our episode, but next episode it's gonna be fun. I got a fun game in order for us. What are we playing? I haven't decided yet. It's 3 games. I'm gonna play all 3. They're all part of the series, but I don't know if I'm gonna play yet. Don't know yet. Brother. I'm gonna leave a surprise. Alright. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and leave a like. I don't know why I said that like that. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing to support the channel. And if you do press that I can't speak. Subscribe button. Jesus, there we go. Press that subscribe button. There's a bell icon that appears next to it. You click that, you get notified when I upload. That's helpful for you. So, without further ado, bye-bye.